Do you believe that GTA 6 will be as much a heartfelt masterpiece as Rockstar's latest major game, RDR2? This is considering they killed the multiplayer Red Dead Online after the flying rocket bikes with warheads in GTA Online, after the disaster with the remasters of the classic GTA trilogy, after the announcement of RDR1 on PS4 for $50 with almost no improvements. Do you still think that after so many greedy moves and blatant displays of money-making intentions, they will miraculously change and understand what they were wrong about, and create a divine game of all times and peoples? A game where every pixel is crafted as a dedication to the art of video games, where respect for every gamer is shown, instead of attempting to toss the legendary GTA name into the bin again for the sake of money, the accessibility of which is so hard to resist. Are there really still among us those pure souls who truly hope that one fine day Strauss Zelnick will wake up a different person, and instead of giving another deceitful interview, will give directions to his studios to create something where profit won't be the top priority? With a massive margin from all the other places on this pedestal. I don't believe in all of this, but I can say what I think will be with the next GTA game. Yes, it will likely be a high-quality, large product. Most probably, its technical state will be satisfactory, but that's likely where the positives will end. I predict that the single player will dream of prison loaf. It will be sterile to the point of disgust. We all loved GTA for its sharp social satire, for mocking contemporary issues, for touching upon the most sensitive topics of the present day. But now, forget that, and anyone who doesn't notice that. The priority is earnings and the risk of Twitter scandals, potential game cancellations. They don't have the likes of Dan Houser and Leslie Benzies, who have been trying to cancel the whole world for 30 years, at the helm. No, there, a green-printed Franklin watches over the business. How will he manage to avoid scandals? It's hard to say about the famous leak we saw a few months ago, what timeframe the game's events will be in, but there's a speculation that in one of the leaked gameplay videos, there was an advertisement for tobacco products, priced at $4. Considering inflation and comparing with similar prices in GTA 5, it's possible to assume that the events of GTA 6 will take place around the late 90s or early 2000s, which conveniently allows Zelnick to not touch upon many dangerous hot topics simply because they didn't exist then. Yes, you can't even joke about 9/11. It hadn't happened yet. By the way, it's very much not happened. By the way, it's precisely the setting that helped RDR2 avoid scandals to a great extent in its time. It's really hard to find something to take offense at in a story over 100 years old. Yet even in it, some manage to find feminist issues and protest for women's rights. You could beat them, burn them, throw them under trains, feed them to crocodiles. Naturally, a mini-scandal on Twitter arose from it. But of course, those interested in whining conveniently forgot the fact that the same violent actions could be performed on any other NPC in the game. This is something else. So, yes, Zelnick had a difficult problem with GTA 6 on the agenda. Either make a super bland and boring game that won't touch anyone at all, or follow the canon and create a gritty, uncomfortable, and edgy story that will surely be the center of many scandals. But both options are a risk. Remember the Saints Row remake? No, of course, you don't remember. No one remembers that garbage about scammy students with painted nails. Everyone forgot it within record 3 hours after release. So, yes, at Rockstar, there are still good writers at work, even one from the GTA 4 era. I believe they will write a fairly high-quality script overall, but it will be a simple story about the adventures of a criminal couple, a default action movie that resembles the standard action movies of the 90s your dad watched on a VHS tape. No sharp satire, no attempts to go beyond the familiar and invent something new, like the time when the serious and dramatic story of Nico Bellic turned the industry around. This won't be a multi-layered satire touching on numerous aspects of society like before. Maybe the story the writers come up with will be good enough. Maybe we'll shed tears like at the end of RDR2, but my main concern is that it won't be funny and at best, it will be toothless. It might be dramatic, or at worst, just mediocre. Of course, there will be a multiplayer, and believe me, in terms of ruthlessness, it's unlikely there will be anything more reasonable than GTA Online. the same microtransactions for everything possible and impossible. And of course, a subscription to some monthly service, as expected. Does everyone already forget the recent scandal with the GTA Online subscription? Let me remind you, they got so bold that they removed a large number of cars in the free shop for in-game currency and made them only available through a monthly subscription. Well, it's understandable. When I bought my honest GTA 5 license, I thought I was buying the content that was available at that time. At least that's how I saw it. But now, part of that content is locked behind a subscription. Can you see the absurdity? Imagine, I bought a car, and after a while, let's say the seat heating stops working, and then I get a notification that to use it again, I need to pay for a subscription. In this case, it's just an easily winnable lawsuit. So, back to GTA Online. Of course, I don't care about those 50 supercars I could buy over the last 8 years, and now suddenly I can't. But it's not about me, it's about how little they care about players when they see an opportunity to earn better than a hungry artist. A hungry artist will make a story, Nico Bellic's story, but not a true creator, the one who sold out to Take-Two and is just fat on his salary, not willing, and most importantly, unable to make any decisions or take any initiatives. But let's assume that there are still old-school people at Rockstar who will lobby for their canonical vision, what the true GTA 6 should be. Are there any of those great minds left who made GTA 4, GTA 5, and RDR2? I did a little poor investigation and wrote down all the major names involved in the development of these last 3 Rockstar games. As we can see, there aren't many central figures, making it easier to figure out. There are 7 key figures associated with the Rockstar brand. Firstly, the Houza brothers and Leslie Benzies. So, what about them? Leslie left for Star after GTA 5, and Dan Houza left after RDR2. Sam Houser is now the CEO of Rockstar Games, and we hope for him. Sam will hopefully oversee that the studio creates a brilliant GTA 6. From what I see, he is the one who bears a significant portion of the responsibility for what's happening now. For instance, he as a director signed off on the release of the Defective Enhanced trilogy with Vice City. He's ahead of the studio, after all, and gave the green light to all the trash that Rockstar fed us in recent years. So, I don't trust this person. It's said his brother, Dan, left because he understood where the company was heading, and he didn't want to be part of that disgrace. Next is the producer, Rob Nelson, who was in charge of the development of RDR2. Will he also be the development director of GTA 6? Maybe. How he will influence the game's creation, I can't say for sure. But I believe his role will be to organize the entire development process, coordinating different departments, programmers with scene directors, artists with 3D specialists, and so on. He did an excellent job with RDR2, but whether he affects the essence of the game, its actual content, its fundamental ideas and concepts, I doubt. He's more of an executor of the plan, not its creator. That's how I perceive the function of a producer. Maybe I'm wrong, and we're left with only 2 names from the old school, Rupert Humphreys and Michael Unsworth, the scriptwriters who played a crucial role in writing the script for GTA 5 and RDR2. Rupert even wrote a script for GTA 4. So, my hope rests with him. The story in RDR2 was good, while GTA 5 still raises a lot of questions for me in terms of the story. But it's clear to see that at Rockstar, there are still 2 good professionals with an excellent portfolio. Can they write a masterpiece script for the next GTA? Definitely. But will they be given the chance? Here's where I doubt. It all depends not on their desire but on the instructions given by the publisher, and the publisher isn't interested in art or satire. He's not a theater director or a comedian. He's interested in money. In this whole situation, the most important thing to understand is what exactly happened with Rockstar. There were 3 people who enjoyed making games. They created all those classic 2D and 3D GTA games up to San Andreas. Yes, they were successful. Yes, they earned good money for those times, really good money. Then GTA 4 was released, and they made even more money. Of course, the publisher was satisfied with Rockstar's work and didn't meddle in their affairs. Your games were successful, they were profitable for the industry in 2008, it was incredible. Please, continue. And the Hausa brothers and Benzes continued. But then the moment came when they couldn't ignore the era of multiplayer any longer. With the new GTA 5, GTA Online was introduced. Remember how innocent it looked in the beginning? Yes, and I wonder why they didn't even think to make GTA with a bunch of main characters, and we would all hang out and interact on one huge map. That sounds cool, right? Initially, online was really good. We all played it, and it shot up in popularity, very popular, and that was the beginning of the end. The bosses, the financial directors, they realized how much money could be made with these video games. Yes, single-player stories can bring in big money, but now they saw that multiplayer games can bring them many times more. Since then, they understood that it's not worth putting much effort into single-player products. Yes, it's beautiful, it's art, and an opportunity to leave yourself and your work in history, but who needs that when you can just reach out and grab that yacht, villa, personal plane right now? You just need to reach out. You might say, what about RDR2? It was released after GTA, so why is it good? Well, the answer is straightforward. Its development started much earlier than GTA Online took off. Its concept was born and lived in the heads of Rockstar, and it was planned long before they realized that GTA Online would be created and that it would be a massive, fat cash cow they could milk for more than a decade. Such things, my little goats. That's why I don't have any hope for the quality of the upcoming game, and I definitely won't rush to buy it. Maybe a miracle will happen, and it will be a masterpiece, there will be enthusiastic reviews, the entire internet will rave about it, and I'll be happy to buy it then and enjoy it with everyone else. And I'll leave this video as it is, it will be interesting to watch it again in 5 years and evaluate how well it aged. What do you think? Will GTA 6 be a timeless masterpiece like RDR2 or GTA 4? Or maybe it will be just a relative good game that everyone will quickly forget and mock for its ridiculous, greedy multiplayer? If you want to support my channel and give me more motivation to release videos more often, subscribe to my Boosty link in the description for a small fee. There are a few pleasant bonuses, such as early access to new videos before everyone else. Thank you to these folks for supporting my channel at this moment. Thank you for watching, and good luck.